Okay, hey again, guys. So, since you guys seem to really like the narrated videos, I figured I'd give this a shot again. And also, Christina, aka Yoshi, asked about how I actually get the filter sock out of this jumbled mess. So I figured that was actually easier to show you guys than just to answer. So I set you guys up on a tripod this time because there's no way that I can film this one-handed and try to remove the filter sock one-handed. So hopefully this will work out and hopefully you guys can see what's going on. But anyways, as you can see, the left chamber of my sump has kind of become a jumbled mess because I added the biopellet reactor after the original design. And then even later than that, I ended up taking it off the return pump and adding that second, its own individual pump into there. So it is a little bit crowded, but it's actually not that bad to get the filter sock out. So I do it during maintenance. So normally when the filter sock's coming out, the skimmer cup is getting removed too, which actually helps with getting some of the stuff out of the way. So the first thing I do is I turn off the return pump and wait like 5 to 10 minutes just to make sure that all the water is finished coming down the drain so that when I remove this pipe on the drain, we don't end up actually getting any dripping salt water. I also shut down the skimmer at the same time because normally this is when I take off the skimmer cup to clean. So normally, in this case, the skimmer cup is going to come off and put that aside. I would take that to clean it. That frees up a little bit of space. And now this pipe actually has a quick disconnect fitting on here. So what I can actually do is just unscrew it, which takes a little bit of time because there are quite a few threads, but it's actually not that bad. It's just unscrewing it. Sorry. All right, well, the pipe, see, just completely comes off. So this is that last bit of the pipe that goes down into the filter sock. So that completely comes off. I can set that aside. And then now you can actually just reach right into the filter sock holder and lift up the filter sock. And this sock can just lift right up over all of the other equipment and come right out. The sock is actually not ready to be replaced yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it back in, but normally I would just finish pulling this the rest of the way out and then put a new one in. So to put a new one back in, with everything out of the way, it's pretty simple. It just drops right down into the holder and snaps into place. And then I usually just arrange it a little bit to make sure that it's not caught in the skimmer intake or anything like that. And then this pipe just goes right back in here, drops down into the filter sock, and then screws right back into place. So again, it just takes a minute to screw it in, but actually very, very easy. So once that fitting is on, then we can replace the cleaned skimmer cup, which actually doesn't need to be cleaned yet because I just did it. All right, and then I can turn the return back on. All right, so now I can take you guys off the, so as you can see, that pipe piece I took out just drops right down into the filter sock. And now that I turn the return pump back on, it'll ramp up over the next couple minutes here, which is the nice thing about the DC pumps. They don't just immediately launch into full power. It takes a little while to ramp up. So as that's ramping up, the water level in here will drop back down to its normal level, which will kick on the skimmer. There it goes. Because that float switch on the skimmer now is low enough for the skimmer to turn back on. So we get the skimmer back up and running. And as you can see, there's water flowing into the filter sock now. So, able to do all of this without actually turning the reactor off or taking it out or anything like that. So, pretty simple.